Hey everybody, Mom and Son Train Railfans coming to you. We wanted to do, and everybody knows I am not a person to do live streams, um, but I wanted to show you since everybody has guessed what the theme of the new layouts are. One of them, of course, is going to be Candyland, and one of them is going to be Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Now, with this being a live, I'm not going to be able to read the comments. I will be able to do that hopefully after. So I apologize if I don't answer all your questions. This is pretty much just a test for me to see if I can do the live stream and everybody likes it. So what I'm going to do first is I am going to do, which I printed out this morning, is everlasting gobstoppers. So we were practicing these this morning, and of course we use the acrylic markers. That way Ray can work with it too. But right now he's taking a break. He's right over that wall in the living room. Um, so I'm just going to start painting these everlasting gobstoppers. And I hope, we can get a few people in here. But like I said, this is really a new one for me, doing live. So I've got to get used to how do I read the chat because it's on the opposite side of where I am. And just kind of let you see what I do. So I'm going to get started on this one. And hopefully I will do this stream completing this everlasting gobstopper. And I do have something to say to Pappy. Okay, I'll do that first. Okay, Pappy was wondering what the heck this thing is. Remember, it was in one of the clues. It looks like a giant acorn. So what this is going to be, it's actually the center piece. I was trying to find something that could hold up candy canes. Along with if I use this in the candy cane or if I use this with the ice cream cone. So I needed something strong that I could attach. Let's say this is just one of the huge ice cream cones, and you can see it's almost as big, but it's going to be attached like that. And then I have another one that will get attached like that, and so forth and so on all the way around, and the ice cream cones get smaller. So like I have the mini ice cream cones here. So those will kind of fit in between. But that's what I'm going to do with this thing. That's why I made it. And I knew it would throw people off if I showed it. So I'm going to go ahead and do one of my everlasting gobstoppers. And I was really proud of this one. And I knew I couldn't show it because it would give everything away. But that's the Wonka plaque that will go to the entrance. There's going to be a gate. So that I did with these acrylic pens also. So that I thought came out really good. So let me get started, and I'm going to do one of these everlasting gobstoppers, and then maybe I can look at the stream, but I can't do both. I'm sorry. So yes, these are very good pens for Ray to use because he can help paint. I have a ton of stuff that I have been printing off. And I hope everybody can hear me. I'm using earbuds, which again is new for me. I've never used earbuds. So, and I checked and I didn't think anybody was live streaming. If so, I apologize. I kind of checked beforehand so I wouldn't interrupt anybody. But these are very, very good acrylic pens. I I love these things. Ray just has a hard time with just regular acrylic paint. Because what he'll do is he'll dip it in a color, and then he won't dip it in the water to clean it off, so he'll go into another color, and it doesn't work out real well. But we're really excited, and you guys all know me. I think outside the box, and I do some weird layouts, and that's probably why we don't have a ton of subscribers. But that's okay, because, I mean, we do it for fun, and we try and do stuff that nobody else has done. And this one, of course, Ray wanted O scale. So I thought of Candyland, and he's like, oh, I want Willy Wonka. And I'm like, oh my Lord, how am I going to pull this one off? But the more I studied both of them and got to see what I needed, and then looked at what I could print and what I had to, I dropped there it is, and what I had to scratch build, I think I can do it. So I was like, okay, well, we're going to have a little piece that's in between to transition. So I was like, okay, well, why don't we do it a combo? Because they both have to do with candy. And what I can do with the Candyland is all the little pieces that these little people hop on when you roll the dice can be where the track is going to be. And then as far as Willy Wonka, what I'm going to do is use like the fudge, the chocolate river. And I'm going to actually do that throughout the layout, which is not typical. But I thought that would be the easiest thing to do for the railroad. So I'm going to use that fudge chocolate river as the layout part. And like I said, I see people coming in, but I can't read the messages. I'm sorry. And Ray has a hard time reading that stuff, so I don't have like somebody here that can help me read. And I just realized this is going to be one that I'm not going to be able to just roll on its axis to paint, because when I roll it, it's going to mess up the paint. Like right there, it just did it on the blue. I don't know if you can see it. So I got to repaint that. But that's okay. I mean, that's no big deal, but I guess I'm going to get my fingers colored. So I got the blue on, and I'm doing the orange. And it's almost like the autism colors, but I'm just doing primary colors. I got red, yellow, purple, green, orange, and then the blue. This is the first one I've colored. We have been really, I'm hoping I have enough of the orange to do it. My markers are almost all dried up because I use them to do the autism cars. Okay, so let's put it on. That right there. And let's do some red. Let's do, trying to get an area that I at least have one left that I can put down. But yeah, like I said, it was just something that, I try to do those off the wall layouts. And some people like them, some people don't. And I had, which was really strange, I had one comment the other day from some guy, I don't know. He was telling me that He needed to help me build up our subscribers, and um, he could help us do that we don't have many people viewing. And I just nicely replied. I said, thank you for the offer, but we're good. I mean, if we stay at 1,000, we stay at 1,000. I'm not stressing out about it, but I'm not gonna, pay for somebody to help me get subscriptions so we can have a higher rate. We hit our milestone of 1,000. I would love to be more, be up there like some of you guys, but it is what it is. That's not why we're doing it. Um, I initially started this journey doing it for Ray, but I really enjoy it now too. So we get to do it together. Yeah, my red's almost dry. I'm glad I did this one. But I'm probably going to have to get some more before I do anything else with red. Now, I had made, and I'll show you once I get this red done, I had initially made some really, really, really small um, gobstoppers. And I was like, oh my God, how am I ever going to paint that? And, okay, let me put that one down. But these are ones that I had done prior. And I don't even know if you can see them. Those. And I was like, oh, no way am I going to be able to paint those. So I am still going to keep them, but I think I'm going to like maybe multi-spray paint them. Or I might use paint and just kind of dab on each one and see how it works out. But I'm also still learning how to use this filament printer. Okay, Mom's got OCD, so this little missing spot of this blue is driving me nuts. So I'm having to fix it so I don't have to look at it. But I'm assuming, I do these fantasy layouts and mythical layouts and everything, and I can do a 4x8 in a month. But this one is definitely going to take us longer. And I've got to 3D print, and I'm using green now. And I'm going to have to scratch build a lot. So, but of course, we'll take you along for the journey. And if, if everybody likes these lives, I can do them here and there. I don't usually do the lives. We've tried it once or twice, and we don't get many people in. And to me, it's just, you have people that make good comments, you have people that make bad comments, and I just don't want the bad comments coming in and Ray to have to deal with that. So that's pretty much why I do not do lives. But even though these markers are really good, it does take time because you don't want to go into the other colors with them. And I'm hoping my mail lady doesn't come while I'm on. Ooh, that green's low too. Yeah, like I said, I don't know how much I'm going to be able to get out of these markers. I've used them so much. This actually set lasted, I want to say it's been, gosh, almost a year. Because I found these markers from Dave at HO Powertrains. He was talking about them. And I was like, okay, well, those are cool. Let me pick up some and see what I can do. And I've been in love with these things ever since. But this is the first package I've bought. And yeah, I would expect as many trains and cars that I've done with the autism, they were going to die out on me. And yep, they sure are. Okay. can handle these. I don't think I can handle those little ones. But like I said, we're really excited about this layout. It's going to definitely be challenging for me. Um, like I said, we're doing O scale. And I have my eye on something. And I can't really say it because ears go through walls in this house. You know how it is. When you call your kid, they don't answer you. But when you want to say something you don't want them to hear, they hear it. I could be like, Ray, come here, I need your help. Nothing. I'm talking to myself in the kitchen, and he's like, what'd you say? Are you serious? But you can kind of see how it's coming along, and it's coming along pretty good. I'm liking it. Now I'm going to go to do some purple. Except my fat fingers don't like the... Oh, there's Chloe. Hopefully she didn't hear the mail lady. Okay, we're going to do purple. People always want to know how I'm doing things. And, my buddy Dave at HO Powertrains, he keeps on telling me, he goes, Tammy, you need to do some lives. You need to show people how you come up with all this stuff. And I'm like, I said it'd be different if, I had somebody sitting next to me that could read the comments. But I don't. So, this is just a trial run. I don't expect many people in. Like I said, I don't want to overlap on somebody else's live stream. If I do, I apologize. And probably, I don't know if you can hear the 3D printer in the back. It is printing another version of the Lollipop pack. And there's 3 different files. There's one that has the 4, there's one that has the 2, there's one that has 3. And I think I'm on the one that has 3. But yeah, Ray is so friggin' excited about going to Amherst. He's very, very excited. I don't know how he'll be on the plane. He's never been on a plane. So, don't know about that one. But we'll figure it out. We'll get there. Hopefully there'll be no throwing up. I haven't been on a plane in quite a while. But I was not going to drive 16 hours. I don't think my back could handle it. I do want to give a shout out to Heath. He actually reached out to me the other day to let me know the special needs access, and there's like a calm down room and that at Amherst. And I told him, I said, honestly, the one thing that I'm most concerned about is, hope you guys can see those colors, they're coming out pretty. The biggest concern that I have is pretty much waiting in line. One, because I've had the surgeries done on my back, and I have that spinal stimulator in, so, my legs don't fare well just standing still. I can walk fine and everything, but just standing still for a long period of time is going to bother me. And Ray's anxiety, just standing there waiting to get in there, is going to drive him nuts. So I appreciate Heath reaching out to me and letting me know that there is a calm down room for Ray if he gets overstimulated with the big crowds. And also we can go in a different entrance to where he doesn't, or I don't have to stand in line. I just have to show, I have a medical card that I carry to show that I have that device in my bag. And then I was talking to my husband the other day. I said, oh crap, I can't go through those scanners at the airport either. So I'm going to have to make sure that's in my wallet, because they can't do that to me, because then it will completely turn off my device. So that conversation, I'm sure, is going to go really well. Well, when did I do first? Blue, right? Yeah, so I can hold it this way. Now I'm getting down to the nitty-gritty of what side is dry and what side is not. But we always say it in our chats, but we appreciate each and every one of you for accepting us and all of our weirdness and all these crazy, oh crap. Okay, purple wasn't dry. Figure that one out. But we appreciate you, sticking with us, doing everything this community has done for us and for Ray. You just don't even know how much it makes him happy. And of course, I'd be sitting here trying to do a live stream, and my dogs are looking at me like, we need to go outside. I don't think so, not right now. Okay, so I'm going to put it down on the colors that have not been done yet. And I thought I was going to be, what did I say, purple? Yeah, I grabbed purple and messed it up. See, it's on my finger. But you'll get the idea of, I'm not going to do the other 3 legs. I thought I'd be able to do the whole thing for you guys. But if I do that, I'm going to end up messing up these. So I'm going to let these toppers dry. Oh, really? Now the dog's playing with a squeaky ball. I'm going to let all these dry and then tip it to where I can paint the other 3 that are on there. So we also want to show you, we printed out some of these really crazy candy canes, which, let me tell you, the supports on these, I didn't think I need them, but I definitely needed the supports on these things. And then we got these little lollipops. A bunch of those were printed out. We have, I think I showed you the Lifesavers. Those Lifesavers came out really good. You saw the mushrooms. These are the little unicorn guys, and I'm not taking them off of the brim yet, just because I have to have them glued down on the layout. But to paint them, they don't stand up on themselves, so I'm not taking the brims off of those yet. But I was and I have not taken the supports off of Willy Wonka either. The head was printed separate. The body was printed separate. And then once I do take the supports off, he'll have his cane. But for now, I'm leaving the supports on. I think he will stand on his own, but I'm going to paint him first, and I had to glue on the head. But I think he came out really, really good. The next ones I'm going to try is the Oompa Loompas, and I think those will be really cool if I can get it right. And I can't remember this chick's name. The one that ate all the grapes and she turned purple. I got a little purple on her head, but I'll fix that. But she came out really good, and she does stand. So, but I've got to find some of the other characters, and it might be that I have to use Tinkercad or kind of do an illusion with some of the other prints that I have to make it look like a figure, but it's not a 3D printer, but more of an illusion of a 3D print, if that makes sense. That's the route I'm going to go if I can't find, like, Uncle Joe or any of them of the Willy Wonka. My biggest task is going to be building that chocolate factory. Um, I've looked at it, I've studied it. I think I can do it. It's probably going to be made out of either styrofoam or just paper. Well, like cardboard. But that's going to probably be the hardest thing on the Willy Wonka side. And then, as far as the Candyland, I don't think it's going to be hard at all. I've got to build a couple mountains in there. Um, so that's going to be a lot of scratch build in the Candyland. So, yeah, I'm definitely taking on a task. But I think it will be something everybody likes. And the one thing I love about these pens, they don't take long to dry. So as you see, I can pick it up now and they're not. You just don't want to do it as soon as you put it on there. But yep, I guess Amazon is going to get an order of these things, because I will not make it with this set. I also got to get me some new of these little clipper things for taking off the supports. That one's getting worn out. I got to order those. Other than that, it's just really the filament. I'm not going through a lot. I think so far I've used maybe 2 boxes, and I'm on my, I think I'm on my 3rd now, but I did a lot of with the pirate layout. So I don't think that's bad. The filament is not expensive at all. And I was looking at the enclosures for the resin. But I think I'm going to hold off on that right now, because I am doing well with the filament and they are coming out pretty good. And the sizes I make, the little areas here and there that have defects, they really don't show up that bad. So I can't foresee spending the money for the resin enclosures when I can do the resin later on. So that's just, I'm holding off on the resin right now. Plus, with as much as I'm printing, shoo-wee, that resin would be expensive. But I am enjoying this filament printer. I like how the sizes I can build. I haven't gone to the max yet with the size. So that's going to be another thing I'm going to have to watch out for. Okay, I need another blue, don't I? Yes. Red. Maybe orange. Oh, good grief. You have to look around to see what ones will work in it. I'll do a red. Okay, yeah, red will be good. No, let's do orange. Okay, this is orange. I'm not really even paying attention to how many are in here. I don't really end up having a lot of time, especially right now, to do live streams. But I figured just coloring a gobstopper wouldn't take too much time. Mom's not always right. Sorry, the OCD hit again. I saw a spot on the other orange that was... But each layout that me and Ray do, you get to see the ins and the ends of it, but not what it takes to do it. And I understand that, but like I said, if Ray could keep up with chat and read the chat, it'd be something totally different. We'd be able to do live streams and But we'll see. For right now, this is the best you're going to get, guys. They just said, yep. What to touch and what not to touch. And then I do have a couple prints that are going to be, a lot of people don't think that 3D printing is like modeling, but it's very much like modeling, especially when you have to put things together. I did print out a gingerbread house, and oh my god. I was like, are you serious? I did not sign up for putting together a gingerbread house. I can't even do them good during the Christmas season. Now you're wanting me to do one that's 3D printed? Eh, but it got done, and it's going to be decorated. But I am going to try a couple new things on this layout. That, we'll just have to wait and see how it comes out. I've researched. I always research first, and I try and do things that nobody else has done, at least from a female standpoint. And that's the other thing, I mean, whether you're a guy or a girl, you can do model layouts, and people will either like you or not, and you just kind of deal with it. And right now, we're having fun doing what we're doing. Oh, I'm on my last one, and it's the purple, my favorite color. We will just see how everything goes, and that once I did that castle, that was it. I was like, oh no, I'm not doing, nothing against the standard railroad scenes and everything like that, but I was like, oh man, I want to do something different, something that's just like out of this world, crazy, not many people have done. And I did that castle layout not even realizing how, everybody's like, oh my god. And, from my looking it up and going through YouTube layouts and everything, no one's done a castle layout to that extent. But, down the road, we'll catch an eye of somebody, and they'll be like, oh wow. We've had, Ray has special service coordinators come every once in a while, just to check and see if there's anything that we need. Does he need any respite hours for me or nothing? And I've never used that stuff, because he just, I want him near me, and it's my responsibility. I've had him, so I got to deal with him. But they still come out, once every 3 months, I think it is. I don't know if I said once a month, but it's like once every 3 months. And I swear now, they just come out to see what we've done on the train layout. One of the ladies came out, and it was cold out, and we didn't even open up the building. And she's like, can we look at the layout? What have you guys done since the last time we've been here? And I'm like, seriously? And that was like the first thing she said before she opened her mouth. That didn't make sense at all. But that was the first thing she asked about before even asking about Ray. There you go. That's what was supposed to come out of my mouth. And so we went out there, and Ray was very proud to show her. So, okay, guys. There is your everlasting gobstopper. And I got 4 more big ones to do. And then all of the rest of this stuff and what's going to get printed. So I've got another week and a half before we get on a plane and go up to Amherst. And so I'm going to be busy doing this stuff. But if this goes well, and I look back on the video and everything's good and everybody liked it and we've had positive comments, then I'll keep on doing it at the desk here. I wouldn't mind it, but we're not going to do it for long. Like I said, I won't be able to do any of the chat. So I might pop in on somebody else's stream. And that way, you know, since they know I can't read the chat, they'll read the chat for me if anybody has questions. So we appreciate everybody. Hope everybody's staying warm and safe. And we will see you on the next live. Thanks, guys. We appreciate you.